The illusion of more. Why gratitude is the gateway to your soft girl era. What if everything you've been chasing has been keeping you from everything you already are? I want you to sit with that for a moment. Really sit with it because today I'm going to share insights that didn't come from a textbook, a self help guru, or some trendy wellness influencer. These truths came from a conversation with Tara Smith, a visionary healer and disruptor who is quietly revolutionizing the way we think about gratitude, self worth, and the relentless pursuit of more. Tara is not just a thought leader. They are a guide for those of us who have been running on empty, chasing validation, wearing capes we never asked to carry. Their work is transforming lives, helping high achieving women, especially Black women, step out of survival mode and into the sacred softness they deserve. Tara Smith is making the world a better place by teaching us that the journey to wholeness doesn't require adding more to our lives. It requires unlearning the noise that told us we were incomplete. And what they shared with me will change the way you see your life, your worth, and your future. So let me ask you something. How many of you are tired? Not just physically tired, but soul tired. Tired of proving, tired of performing, tired of pretending that the next promotion, the next relationship, the next milestone will finally make you feel whole. You've been told that wanting more is ambition, that striving is strength, that rest is for the weak. But what if I told you that the constant chase for more is not a sign of ambition? It's a symptom of unhealed wounds. Tara Smith helped me see this truth with piercing clarity. They said wanting more is often rooted in the belief that you are not enough as you are. It's the inner child whispering, maybe if I have this, I'll finally be worthy. Maybe if I achieve that, I'll finally be seen. But here's the truth that will set you free. You were already enough before any of it. Before the degrees, before the accolades, before the applause, you were already whole. Society has conditioned us, especially Black women, to confuse value with worth. We've been taught that what we earn equals who we are, that our spirit must match our bank account, that our worth is measured in productivity, in how much we can carry, in how strong we appear. But worth is not currency, worth is consciousness. And the moment you understand that, everything shifts. Let me take you into the first insight Tara Smith shared with me. Gratitude is not about settling, it's about seeing the sacred in your present. So many of us resist gratitude because we think it means giving up on our dreams. We think it means accepting less than we deserve. But that's not what authentic gratitude is. Authentic gratitude is recognizing that where you are right now in this moment is sacred. It's understanding that when you stop judging your present and comparing your journey to others, you naturally create space for peace and authentic progress. This shift allows you to move forward from a place of alignment, not pressure. Tara Smith emphasized this beautifully. They said, when you stop judging your now, your next naturally unfolds with peace, not pressure. Think about that. How much of your anxiety comes from resisting where you are? How much of your exhaustion comes from constantly measuring yourself against someone else's timeline? Gratitude is not passive, it's powerful. It's the practice of honoring your journey without apology. And this brings me to the second insight from my conversation with Tara Smith. Comparison is the thief of presence and self worth. Every time you scroll through social media and feel that pang of inadequacy, every time you look at someone else's success and wonder why you're not there yet, you are abandoning your authentic timeline. You are disconnecting from your true self. Tara Smith said something that shook me. They said the drama comes from comparison. Healing begins when you stop asking, why don't I have what they have? And start asking, why am I not honoring what I do have? Let me tell you about something that happened in Atlanta. There was a Black owned business collective, a group of high achievers, entrepreneurs, leaders in their fields. These were people who had made it by every external measure. The collective was growing financially. They were respected in their community. But behind the scenes, they were burning out. They were stressed, anxious, and feeling inadequate. Why? Because they were constantly comparing themselves to each other and to external standards of success. The culture of comparison and relentless ambition was undermining their collaboration and well being. They were trapped in the illusion of more. Then something shifted. Leadership introduced weekly gratitude circles. In these circles, members shared what they appreciated about themselves, their progress, and each other. They moved the focus from external validation to internal acknowledgement, and the results were profound. Members experienced increased trust, reduced stress, and a greater sense of community. The collective's turnover rate dropped, collaboration improved. Individuals began to value their unique contributions without comparison. The shift from competition to authentic appreciation fostered resilience and long term sustainability. This collective became a model for other Black professional organizations, proving that when you release the illusion of more and embrace gratitude, you don't just survive, you thrive. This is what Tara Smith means when they talk about releasing the illusion of more. It's not about lowering your standards, it's about raising your consciousness. It's about understanding that your worth is not determined by how you stack up against others. Your worth is inherent, it's already there. And when you honor that, you stop chasing and you start creating from a place of wholeness. Now, let's talk about the third insight from my conversation with Tara Smith. Stillness and simplicity are gateways to authentic gratitude. In a world that glorifies busyness, that equates productivity with value, stillness feels dangerous. It feels like you're falling behind. But Tara Smith reminded me that the journey back to gratitude is not about adding more to your life. It's about letting go of noise, distractions, and the illusion that you are incomplete. Stillness may feel uncomfortable at first, but it's where you reconnect with your essence. It's where you find peace. It's where you remember your inherent worth. Tara Smith said healing is unlearning. The journey isn't about gaining more tools, more affirmations, more strategies. It's about unlearning the noise that told you you were incomplete. The most divine state is simplicity and the peace that lives inside it. Let me share another story that illustrates this truth. At Providence St. Mary High Desert Medical Group, a program was implemented encouraging patients to keep daily gratitude journals as part of their mental health care. Many of these patients struggle with anxiety, depression, and a persistent sense of lack. Despite external achievements, they had the jobs, the homes, the relationships, but they still felt empty. Behavioral health manager Marie Fowler guided patients to write down 3 things they were grateful for each morning or night. This simple practice aimed to shift focus from what was missing to what was present. The outcomes were remarkable. Participants reported lower anxiety, improved sleep, and better overall mood. But it didn't stop there. Physiological benefits included lowered blood pressure and improved immune function. Gratitude was not just a mindset, it was medicine. Patients found themselves more present, less reactive to stress, and able to find beauty in ordinary moments, like a cup of coffee or a walk in nature. The program's success inspired broader adoption of gratitude practices within the clinic, highlighting how simple conscious gratitude can be a foundation for healing and empowerment. This is what Tara Smith is teaching us. Gratitude is not a trend, it's a lifestyle rebellion. It's a deep exhale from the Superwoman script. It's a quiet but powerful return to softness, rest, self trust, and radical joy. And here's what happens when you embrace this truth: you stop living for likes, approval, or applause. Your self worth no longer fluctuates based on who's watching or clapping. Inner peace becomes your baseline. You don't need to escape life through success, distractions, or people. Stillness stops feeling empty, starts feeling like home. Authenticity becomes your currency. You no longer wear masks to fit in. You begin to attract real connections, people who resonate with your frequency, not your facade. Let me tell you about one more story that Tara Smith and I discussed. A family therapy practice integrated gratitude rituals into sessions with Black families experiencing intergenerational stress and anxiety. These families struggled with negative thought cycles, comparison, especially via social media, and a sense of disconnection from themselves and each other. Parents were exhausted from trying to keep up with societal expectations. Children were overwhelmed by the pressure to perform. Everyone was suffering in silence. Therapists encouraged families to keep gratitude journals and to share one thing they were thankful for at weekly dinners, extending the Thanksgiving tradition year round. Families reported improved moods, stronger emotional bonds, and greater resilience in the face of external pressures. Children and adults alike learned to find meaning in small daily blessings, shifting their focus from what was lacking to what was abundant. The practice helped break cycles of comparison and scarcity, empowering families to redefine success and worth on their own terms. This is the power of gratitude. It heals relationships, it fosters authentic self worth, it transforms communities. And it all starts with a simple decision to honor what you have and who you are right now in this moment. So, what would happen if more people, more organizations, more communities adopted this perspective? If more individuals and organizations embraced authentic gratitude over the endless pursuit of more, we would witness a profound cultural shift. Mental health would improve as people detach from comparison and external validation, leading to lower anxiety, deeper connection, and greater creativity. Workplaces and communities would thrive on collaboration rather than competition. Success would be measured by alignment, peace, and purpose, not just material gain. Tara Smith is leading this revolution. They are showing us that the illusion of more dissolves not when you get everything you thought you wanted, but when you finally remember you already have everything you need. But here's where I want to challenge you. Here's where I want to disrupt your thinking because it's easy to sit here and listen to this and nod your head and say, yes, I get it. But do you really, are you willing to do the work? Are you willing to sit in the discomfort of stillness? Are you willing to stop scrolling, stop comparing, stop chasing, and start honoring? Are you willing to look in the mirror and tell yourself that you are enough right now, exactly as you are, without the next achievement, without the next milestone, without the next validation from someone else? Because that's what this is really about. This is about reclaiming your power. This is about stepping into your soft girl era, not as a trend, not as an aesthetic, but as a spiritual, emotional, and mental recalibration. This is about dropping the superwoman cape and saying, I am done performing. I am done proving. I am done pretending. I am ready to be soft, to be still, to be sacred. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, but I have responsibilities. I have people depending on me. I have bills to pay. I have goals to achieve. And I'm not telling you to abandon any of that. I'm telling you to shift the energy behind it. I'm telling you to move from a place of alignment, not pressure. I'm telling you to stop letting the world define your worth and start defining it yourself. So here's my challenge to you. Starting today, I want you to pause each day and write down one thing about yourself, not your achievements, but your being that you are truly grateful for. I want you to practice stillness even for just a few minutes and honor the present moment. I want you to let this become a daily ritual. a rebellion against the illusion of more, and a return to your authentic self. Because here's the truth: you don't need to add anything to be whole, you don't need to prove anything to be worthy, you don't need to chase anything to be enough. You already are. And when you start living from that place of deep embodied gratitude, life slows down in the most beautiful way. You stop fighting time. You stop chasing meaning. You start being the meaning. This is your soft girl era. This is your sacred pause. This is your permission to rest, to heal, to be soft, and to reclaim the joy and freedom you deserve without guilt, without apology, and without explanation. So I'm asking you, will you choose yourself? Will you honor your journey? Will you embrace gratitude, not as a practice, but as a way of being? Will you stop chasing the illusion of more and start living in the abundance of now? The world is waiting for you to remember who you are. Tara Smith is showing us the way. Now it's time for you to walk it. Go and live in gratitude. Not the performative kind, but the conscious, embodied kind. The kind that transforms everything, the kind that sets you free.